Hi Leo Twin Flames, welcome back for your update. Now this update is for now until the 16th, and that's due to the fact we're in the dark aspect of the retrograde, which is creating a lot of confusion. Now I am creating a new channel, which the link will be directly below. It is going to be launched as of January. Now the readings will be very different, but they are going to be connected to each zodiac sign. Also, if you're a new subscriber, a big warm welcome. And if you wish to join the tribe, we do live sessions of psychic insight into the twin flame journey regularly on a regular basis. So I think we did about 11 for January, for last month. Okay, now let's have a look at the energy coming through. There might be a bit of conflict going on as to who's ruling the coop. It could also be very separately that there are trigger points coming up between now and the 16th at a very passionate nature. So this can be, if you're separated and you're not in direct communication, it can be within your own lives where the frustration, the anger, really wanting to take the power back where you can get the ball rolling is coming through in a frustration level. Regardless, this is the energy that's crowning you at the moment. It might be that there is an imbalance happening due to the retrograde, that the way in which you're both seeing the perspective and the picture due to the fact we're looking back to 2010 and through our whole life with our connections is really causing a lot of conflict, because we're coming from an us perspective, not a, not directly just a them perspective. Now, when we're doing this process, what is happening inside ourselves is we're purging old connections and, what we learned from them, having an assessment, actually taking the rose-colored glasses off and having a good hard look at it and taking accountability. Some of that can be very challenging this week and very harsh, and it can make us feel hopeless in a sense. So it is a purge that we're physically going through, but the clarity is going to be coming through after the 16th, and I will be doing an update as of that date. Okay, Leos are feeling very to the point, they're looking at the aspect of their failures and connections, or where the direct twin flame connection failed. Really having a hard look at some situations that could have been different and how they can apply their frequency and energy. It's also connected to losses they've experienced in the past. It is taking them a lot of courage to move forward and to have the power in order to do that. It can be deep frustrations happening again, but they're really having to recoup during this process. It's going to absolutely exhaust them in the downloads and the things around them that's happening. So it can be a very overwhelming time for the Leo frequencies within twin flame journeys. On the counterpart side, and again, the energies can bounce, especially when we're coming into duality. We can look at our twins' energy read, and it could be more relating to us than them, which can actually indicate that we're directly reflecting upon each other. Now, it can be fantasies of the past, how things were simpler, dependent upon if you're masculine and feminine. These energies, again, can bounce, but very much looking at what was beautiful and then looking at really what wasn't, but being nostalgic of simpler times. Also facing the aspects of loss, where there were failures in connections, and really feeling quite overwhelmed. It can be affecting their sleeping patterns of, what went wrong, how they could have made it right, and vice versa. The counterpart's energy knows fully that in order to get this connection off the ground, there requires teamwork in order for this to move to a romantic connection that is very balanced. It is boding well on their side, and they do have hope and they do have luck on their side. So however this is relating, again, like I said, the energies can bounce back and forward. The energy between you is very much, there could be pride due to the trigger points that will come through between now and the 16th. But again, this card keeps coming up in all the readings, and it does remind me of the Libran energy in a sense of, yes, we're feeling blinded. We could have been blindsided as to the way we were connecting in with connections and our twin. We also can be to the point where we're wanting justice, but we're going in and really using our intuition, and we are in our mind. So headaches can be quite heavy this week. especially when we're really meditating upon, you know, what we want, how to directly deal with the situations, and being quite overwhelmed by it. Look, both sides are really healing, and it is going to get to the point where you will be able to purge whatever has been directly blocking you in order to move forward to the next stage. Now, what's grounding them? This can be anything that is hindering them from moving towards you or happening in their 3D life. It can be good and bad. Whatever is happening in their life, it's made them extremely unprepared. Meeting you, perhaps, did make them unprepared, but it did transform their lives. What is happening, the purge is going to take them by surprise. So this can be on your side or their side, but when you are very jointly connected, both of you will experience the same vibration. What is up in the air in a manifestation level or their mindset right now, this can be their thoughts, their fears, or their dreams, is feeling stuck. Is understanding that, you know, why they're putting their dreams on hold. What maybe perhaps even coming to a place where they're really confused as to why this just didn't get off the ground and how to move the connection forward. It is a temporary energy, however, while they're meditating upon it. So they might be being really adult and choosing to put the pause button on so that they can, you know, have a deep look at what's going on in order to move forward correctly. Now, in their fire domain, which is helping or hindering them, so this can be their passions, it can be their vices, it can be their drive with their sacral chakra as to what they're moving towards in their dream sense. They're being cautious. So they're actually tapering that frequency and using it in a correct manner. Again, I'm feeling cautious energy coming through, that they're really being adult when it comes to the way they're looking at connections. What's making them emotional? And where are their feelings at on the 4D with their fear-based frequencies and the higher picture? They're really following their intuition, and really is coming through very heavily in the reading that in order to be able to have a stable connection, both energies and frequencies are directly understanding that it is a pause, healing is still happening, and there is a lot of confusion in both parties' lives. This can be if you're in a connection with somebody else, if you're directly thinking about your twin. On both sides of the fence, a lot of mental anguish from the past. Telepathy I'm hearing as well. And again, you're the second reading where January came through, and I do feel that it might be a message for you directly that something is really going to transpire in January, because you're the second sign that has this message. Now, whatever the Leo energy is going through, it's growing old. So they know that this cycle is, in fact, coming to an end. It is going to make them unprepared, however. Now, the energy between you is that you're going to come out of this mental prison about what to do, how to deal with each other, and what choices you're going to make within this connection and separate. And for the counterparts energy, there is going to be a happy outcome. Again, stay tuned. Energies can change daily. That's why on the channel, if a frequency rapidly changes, I do an update right away to give you guys a heads up, especially since I'm in Australia and many of my clientele is in America, New Zealand, London, Hong Kong. Big hello to all of you. If you are needing a private booking so I can tune into your connection, if you're in troubled waters, the link is below, and I'll talk to you soon.